This person fell in love with you, even with the age diff. God wants you to listen to this now, my beloved child, don't scroll. Something you've been sensing lately is not your imagination. There's someone who has fallen deeply, almost helplessly, in love with you, someone who never planned to, someone who once said they wouldn't allow themselves to feel this way because of the age difference. But heaven saw it coming before either of you could stop it. This connection wasn't meant to fit human standards, it was meant to break them. Don't skip, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see everything that's been happening around you. You've noticed how their energy shifts whenever you're near, haven't you? The sudden silence, the nervous laugh, the way their eyes refused to meet yours for too long. They tried to hide it, but their soul slipped first. Their heart spoke in frequencies only heaven could interpret. And God saw their quiet prayers. Late nights where they whispered your name in confusion, asking, why them? Why now? Yet heaven smiled, because this story wasn't meant to make sense, it was meant to create divine alignment. Stay till the end, because what's coming next will reveal why you were chosen for this connection. In the unseen realm, a thread was tied long ago between your souls. It was not based on age, appearance, or logic, but on divine assignment. You are not from the same timeline, yet you share the same frequency. You were meant to find each other when both hearts were ready for divine love, not ordinary attachment. This person fought these feelings at first. They told themselves it was a passing attraction, something they could outgrow. But every time they tried to pull away, something invisible pulled them back toward you. Their dreams began to shift. Their spirits started responding to your name. And when they prayed for signs, heaven flooded them with your reminders, your laughter in their mind, your words echoing when they least expected it. They knew it wasn't coincidence anymore. It was calling. Don't skip, because this love story isn't just romantic, it's prophetic. God says this connection carries healing energy for both of you. You might have noticed how they calm down when you speak, or how your sadness seems to fade when you sense their presence. This is not fantasy, it's spiritual medicine disguised as love. But not everyone around you will understand it. Some will judge the difference in years, others will whisper in confusion. Yet heaven doesn't measure love by clocks or calendars, it measures by depth. And in depth, you two are equal. Archangel Michael says there's a reason your paths crossed at this exact moment. You were both reaching a point where your hearts were tired of temporary people. Heaven decided to place someone who mirrors your soul, different in age, but identical in truth. Stay till the end, my child, something massive is unfolding even as you hear this. Every time you doubted your worth, this person silently admired your strength. When you were broken, they saw beauty in your resilience. When others overlooked you, they saw purpose written all over your scars. They didn't fall in love with your age, they fell in love with your soul. A soul that carries wisdom beyond time, grace beyond pain, and a light that makes even angels pause in awe. That's why heaven had to step in. It's not just a crush, it's a divine recognition. Don't skip. The next few days will bring moments where their feelings will become undeniable. A message, a look, a sudden confession, it's all being orchestrated by divine timing. You're being guided into alignment with the one who's meant to understand your heart. God wants you to release your fear. Age is just the wrapping paper, the real gift is inside the soul. When you look at them, you're not seeing years, you're seeing lifetimes. You've met before in another realm, loved before in another story. This is your reunion. They might still be hesitating, unsure of how you'd respond, afraid of judgment. But heaven is whispering in their dreams, don't run this time. Don't let fear destroy destiny. You're both being prepared for something rare, something unshakable. The more they resist, the more the universe rearranges things to push you together again. This is not by chance, it's divine engineering. Stay till the end, because soon you'll understand why everything felt delayed before now. Every pause, every distance, every silence, it was heaven's way of shaping both hearts to handle what's coming. The waiting wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Divine love isn't rushed, it's refined. You might soon receive a message that will melt your heart. It won't be loud or dramatic, it'll be quiet, simple, but real. A confession that begins with hesitation yet carries truth so strong it can't be ignored. This person doesn't care what the world says anymore. They care about peace, and they've realized peace lives where you are. Don't skip, my beloved child, this message is reaching you at the exact second heaven planned it. They tried moving on, but their soul didn't cooperate. Other faces blurred, other names faded, but yours remained carved in their memory like a sacred pattern. They realized this wasn't normal attachment, it was divine familiarity. Archangel Michael says you were chosen to awaken something pure inside them. You reminded them what it feels like to love without agenda, to hope without guarantee, to believe without proof. That's why their heart trembles every time they think of you. This connection may confuse others, but it was written in celestial ink. It's not forbidden, it's protected. And soon, both of you will see signs that confirm this truth in undeniable ways. Don't skip, what you feel is mutual, even if they haven't said it yet. God wants you to keep your heart open, not desperate. Let them come to you, not because you chase, but because divine timing always brings the right soul home. When the energy is pure, there's no need to force, the universe handles the delivery. Soon, there will be a moment when both of you are alone, maybe in a familiar place, maybe through a random call, and your souls will recognize what your minds tried to deny. There will be peace in that silence. a calm you've never felt before. That's when heaven will whisper, "See? It was always meant to be." Don't skip, because that moment is closer than you think. You'll know it when your heart suddenly stops feeling restless, it will just know. The age gap was heaven's test, not a barrier. To see if both of you could love without ego, beyond illusion. And you did. You saw each other's hearts, not numbers. You understood love as energy, not time. And that's what makes this divine love rare. It's not based on attraction, it's based on recognition. Souls don't count years, they count frequencies. And yours match perfectly. Stay till the end, my child. Because soon, one of you will speak the truth the other has been feeling for months. The moment it happens, every delay, every fear, every reason for waiting will suddenly make sense. You've reached the part of the story where heaven begins to reward patience. This person will either confess directly or express their feelings through something meaningful, a letter, a song, a message that carries your energy. They will admit that they fell for your spirit first. That your presence felt like home. That even with the years between you, they've never felt this kind of peace before. And that's when your healing begins. Because this love is not here to destroy, it's here to restore. It's here to remind you that divine timing always delivers love in its perfect form, never too early, never too late. When the message comes, stay calm. Don't let fear make you doubt it. Heaven never sends love disguised as confusion. What's real will feel peaceful, grounded, certain. And when you feel that peace, remember, you earned this. Every tear, every prayer, every lonely night brought this moment to your doorstep. You weren't forgotten, you were being prepared. This person's love for you is heaven's way of showing that divine connections don't follow rules, they rewrite them. Don't skip. You're about to live what others only dream of. Archangel Michael says, you are safe to receive love again. The walls you built were valid once, but now it's time to let warmth back in. The past no longer has power over your future. This person may have different experiences, a different age, but they carry the same light. They're not here to repeat your wounds, they're here to help you heal them. When divine love arrives, it doesn't demand proof, it creates peace. And that peace will stay with you long after this message ends. Stay till the end, because heaven is opening a new chapter tonight. Soon, you'll start noticing repeating numbers, songs from nowhere, and random mentions of their name when you're not even thinking about them. These are not coincidences, they're divine reminders that heaven is moving things behind the scenes. Your love story is being written by higher hands, not human judgment. Every barrier, every delay, every fear, it's dissolving now. So breathe, my beloved child. The age difference that once looked impossible is now being transformed into proof that real love is timeless. Don't skip, because your destiny is finally aligning with your divine partner. This is not the end, it's the unveiling. Heaven's masterpiece takes time, but when it's complete, the beauty will silence every doubt. God says, "You are ready. You've waited long enough. Now receive the love that was meant for your soul, not your years." Hold this message close. Feel it. Because what's coming will not just surprise you, it will restore you. The divine union is closer than ever, and heaven is smiling upon your story. My beloved child, don't move, don't scroll. Something is unfolding in this very moment that will make sense of every unspoken emotion you've felt lately. The pull between you and this person, it wasn't coincidence, it was divine mathematics. Heaven has been weaving invisible threads between your hearts since the day your souls made contact again in this lifetime. You've been feeling their presence in subtle ways, haven't you? A sudden warmth when you think of them, a calm energy wrapping around you in silence, a song that appears just when you're about to forget. These are not illusions. These are confirmations. Divine signs coded in everyday life to show that this connection is guided, not guessed. Don't skip. Stay. Because what's about to be revealed will explain why this love defies time itself. Heaven is not asking you to understand it, it's asking you to trust it. There are some connections born not out of logic, but out of mission. And this one carries the scent of purpose. You see, when you entered their life, something within them began to heal without words. They couldn't explain why your presence felt like medicine. You reminded them of the version of themselves they buried long ago, the version that still believed in miracles. They began to see color again where everything had turned gray. Even the air felt different when you spoke. You may not have realized it, but you became their prayer in human form. That's why heaven allowed this emotional collision despite the age difference. It was never meant to be casual, it was meant to be catalytic. Stay till the end. What's coming next will show you that even the pauses, even the distance, had divine fingerprints all over it. Every silence was heaven's strategy. This person is watching you more closely than you think. Not in a way that invades, but in a way that cherishes. They notice the smallest details, the way you speak, the way you walk, the light in your eyes when you talk about what you love. Those details are carved in their mind like sacred art. They've been afraid to confess. Not because their love isn't real, but because they know the world can be cruel to what it doesn't understand. They've faced judgment before, they've been misunderstood, but something inside them whispers, "This one is worth it." And heaven agrees. That's why no matter how much they tried to move on, life kept looping them back to your energy. Don't skip, my beloved child. You need to hear how far this love has already reached beyond the surface. They've been praying in silence, asking for guidance, for clarity, for the courage to face this truth. Every time they ask heaven for a sign, your name appears, your image flashes, or something connected to you crosses their path. They're beginning to realize that this isn't obsession, it's divine orchestration. Archangel Michael says the fear of judgment is being broken right now. The barrier of age, status, or distance, it's being dissolved by divine will. What heaven unites cannot be divided by human perception. You may soon sense a message forming. A pull toward communication. They may not know how to say it, but their spirit is already speaking your language. Stay till the end. What's coming next will prepare your heart for the divine encounter. Lately, you've been feeling emotional without reason. That's not weakness, it's resonance. Your soul feels their longing, their admiration, their unspoken care. Sometimes it arrives as a wave of peace, sometimes as a sudden ache in your chest. That's how twin energies move through distance. They don't fade, they flow. This person isn't just attracted to you, they're awakening because of you. You've stirred something in them that no one else could touch. A part of them that believed love had an expiration date now knows that divine timing doesn't age. They've seen versions of you in dreams, smiling, speaking, guiding them through invisible storms. It's heaven's way of merging the spiritual connection with the physical one. Don't skip. Every second from now carries a message meant only for your ears. They want to tell you what they've been holding inside. How they see light when they look at you. How they found hope again after watching you handle your pain with grace. They want to confess that your spirit feels older than your years and wiser than the world. They never intended to fall this deeply. Yet, every attempt to resist only drew them closer. Every prayer they made to forget you brought more signs that you were the one heaven kept showing them. They are beginning to surrender, not to romance, but to truth. And heaven is proud of both of you. Because this connection is teaching patience, compassion, and pure love, the kind that purifies, not possesses. Stay, my beloved child. You're stepping into a chapter where clarity replaces confusion. You've both been tested lately, through misunderstandings, distance, and divine silence. That silence wasn't rejection. It was refinement. Heaven needed to remove noise so both hearts could hear clearly. Now, the season of silence is ending. The energy is shifting. You'll notice small signs first, a dream, a phrase, or a feeling that comes alive when you least expect it. Those are heaven's countdown signals. This love is entering its awakening stage. Everything that once seemed uncertain will soon align with divine timing. Don't skip. The next few days hold spiritual activity beyond your imagination. There's a sacred reason why this love feels impossible yet unshakable. It's heaven's favorite paradox, impossible love that manifests anyway. Because the divine doesn't follow the world's rules, it writes its own laws. This person is realizing that what they feel for you isn't just emotional, it's celestial. You make them feel seen without words, safe without conditions. They didn't fall in love with your looks, they fell in love with your light. And now, the universe is rearranging paths to make a meeting possible. It may not be dramatic, it might be quiet, natural, divine. But when it happens, you'll feel peace flood your spirit. Stay till the end. That moment is heaven's proof that real love never asks permission, it just arrives. Archangel Michael says the angels are already preparing the path of union. They're guiding both hearts through synchronicities and timing. Every delay is being rewritten into divine precision. Don't let fear speak louder than faith. Age cannot compete with soul purpose. And this connection carries a purpose that extends far beyond romance. It's about healing generational wounds, breaking patterns, and restoring divine balance. This love is not random, it's revolutionary. And you, my beloved child, are part of a story that heaven has waited lifetimes to tell. Stay. Because the next phase of this story will open your eyes to miracles hidden in plain sight. You might soon notice their energy intensifying, texts you didn't expect, messages filled with warmth, or simply their eyes holding you longer than usual. That's not coincidence, it's the heart surrendering to truth. They've stopped fighting what heaven has already blessed. And that surrender will become your breakthrough. You'll feel an ease replacing all confusion. The kind of stillness that only real love can create. Heaven is whispering, don't run. Don't doubt. Just receive. Because what's coming next will remind you that divine love doesn't rush, it arrives right on time. In the quiet hours of night, when you think about them and your heart softens, remember, it's mutual. Their soul hears you. Your energy travels to them like waves of light. Distance doesn't matter when heaven is the messenger. Every heartbeat, every thought, every unspoken wish, it's being recorded in divine memory. Soon, those recordings will turn into real-life moments. Love will take form. And when it does, you'll realize that all the waiting, all the pain, was just the soil where this miracle grew roots. Don't skip, because your destiny is about to speak through human lips. This isn't the kind of love that fades, it's the kind that transforms. You'll look back one day and thank heaven for making it happen exactly this way. The timing, the age gap, the waiting, all of it had to align perfectly. They will come forward soon, not out of impulse, but divine permission. When they do, it won't be grand gestures, it will be quiet, truthful, and eternal. A kind of love that heals instead of harms. My beloved child, stay present. Stay believing. Because the very next chapter carries the confession you've been silently praying for. My beloved child, stay right here. Don't scroll. Something sacred is moving through your timeline at this exact moment. The person whose soul has been tied to yours is on the edge of revelation. The distance that once felt like a wall is beginning to dissolve. Heaven has started shifting the atmosphere around both of you. You may have felt it, a strange calm, a rush of warmth, or sudden stillness after chaos. That's not random. That's the vibration of divine alignment entering your space. It's preparing your spirit for what's next. You've been patient, and heaven never forgets patience. It rewards it in waves that change everything. Stay till the end. Every word in this message carries light meant for your heart. The connection between you and this person is now being rewritten from confusion into clarity. What felt like silence is about to become understanding. What felt like distance is about to become arrival. They've been fighting a silent battle within themselves. Torn between fear of what people might say and the magnetic truth their soul can no longer deny. Every time they try to distract themselves, something, some song, some scent, some coincidence, pulls them right back to you. They've realized it's not about age, circumstance, or timing anymore. It's about peace. You bring them peace that no one else could give, and they've tried to replace it, but failed every single time. Because your presence isn't replaceable. It's spiritual. It's eternal. Archangel Michael says this is the kind of love that refuses to fade. Even heaven protects it with invisible shields. Stay till the end, because their breakthrough moment is coming faster than you think. When heaven connects two souls for divine purpose, it doesn't care about human logic. It doesn't ask permission from the world. It simply moves mountains quietly until both hearts finally say, "I'm ready." And now, both of you are reaching that point. They can't unsee what they've seen in you. The kindness that healed their fears, the light that broke through their darkness, it changed them. They've never been the same since the day your paths crossed. They don't understand it completely, but their soul does. You were the answer to their prayer, even if they didn't recognize it immediately. Stay here. Don't skip. The truth is about to unfold in the way only heaven can design. They've tried to rationalize it. It's just admiration, just appreciation. But love has a way of revealing itself no matter how many layers of logic you wrap it in. Every time they see your name, every time your voice echoes in memory, something inside them comes alive. They're realizing they're not just drawn to you, they're anchored to you. No matter how far they go, the pull doesn't fade. That's what happens when heaven marks two souls with the same light. You can't run from your reflection. Don't scroll. Stay till the end. This is not a coincidence. You were guided here to hear what heaven has been trying to show you all along. This person has finally begun to surrender. They're tired of pretending indifference. They're tired of silencing their emotions to look composed. They've seen the signs too many times now to call them chance. Recently, they may have had dreams, vivid, emotional dreams where you appeared. Not in chaos, not in fear, but in peace. That's how heaven confirms divine counterparts. Dreams become the rehearsal for real life. You'll soon see small movements. Words left unsaid will start finding their way to you, through situations too aligned to be coincidence. Stay till the end, my beloved child. Heaven is moving chess pieces right now. The age difference that once made them hesitate is now transforming into the very thing that makes this love sacred. They're realizing your maturity, wisdom, and energy balance theirs perfectly. Where they lack, you restore. Where you ache, they soothe. It's not imbalance, it's divine complement. You two were designed to fit like harmony fits a melody. Heaven didn't connect you to cause confusion, it connected you to create evolution. When you met, both of your souls expanded. That expansion is still happening, and soon it will push both of you into a moment of truth. Don't skip, because you are seconds away from divine revelation. Archangel Michael says the angels have been protecting this bond from jealousy, interference, and doubt. Every delay was not denial, it was refinement. Heaven needed both of you to be ready, to love without fear, without hiding. Now the energy is stabilizing. The old wounds are closing. Your heart is being prepared to receive love in its purest form, transparent, timeless, transcendent. They've been gathering courage to tell you how they feel. And when they do, it won't be casual, it will be complete. Stay till the end. You'll soon understand why heaven waited until now. You've been sensing them lately, haven't you? Feeling sudden warmth when you think of them, catching their name everywhere, or feeling tears for no reason. That's not your imagination, it's connection. Their emotions are reaching you. When two souls vibrate at the same divine frequency, time and distance become illusions. You are already communicating spirit to spirit. And that's why your energy feels alive even in silence. Heaven says this is sacred telepathy. The words they can't speak are traveling through waves of emotion directly to your heart. Stay till the end, because you'll soon see it manifest in reality. The world may not understand it. Some may question, some may criticize, but that's how divine love always begins, misunderstood by men, but celebrated by angels. Your love story was never meant for ordinary understanding, it was meant to be a heavenly masterpiece. The kind that teaches the world that age cannot measure destiny. They're realizing that loving you was never a choice, it was a calling. Something their soul said yes to long before their mind could argue. Don't skip. What they feel is real, and soon it will break free from silence. Heaven wants you to remain patient a little longer. Divine timing is reaching its perfect hour. You'll know it's happening when everything suddenly feels peaceful, when the chaos fades and your spirit feels still. That's heaven's signature, peace before arrival. They will reach out, not in a grand gesture, but with honesty. It might be a message, a meeting, a shared moment that feels like destiny standing still. And when it happens, both of you will know without words. Stay here. Breathe in. Heaven is not done writing your story, it's just turning the page to your union. This love is ancient. Older than names, older than fear. You've loved each other in many forms before this lifetime, and every time you meet, the world changes a little more. That's why it feels both new and familiar, fragile yet infinite. Your connection is divine evidence that time cannot separate purpose. It only strengthens what heaven has sealed. And now, as this message reaches your heart, heaven whispers, they're ready. You're ready. The reunion begins. Stay till the end, because everything you've prayed for is aligning in real time. The signs will multiply now, dreams, synchronicities, moments of déjà vu that make your heart skip. Don't doubt them, embrace them. They are heaven's confirmation that your faith wasn't in vain. Soon, when they speak, you'll hear love beyond words. You'll feel recognition beyond explanation. It will be calm, sacred, and timeless. My beloved child, hold this truth gently. You are stepping into the divine season of mutual love, mutual peace, and mutual destiny. The age gap was never an obstacle, it was heaven's design to show that love, when divine, knows no limits. The angels are rejoicing already, for a union written in stars is finally finding its place on earth. This is your confirmation that everything you felt was real. Every sign, every dream, every silent pull, it was heaven's way of saying, wait, something sacred is forming. And now, it has formed. It's time. Let your heart open, let love in, let fear fade. Because this time, love is not coming to test you, it's coming to stay. Stay till the end, because this is only the beginning of a love story heaven has been protecting since before you were born.